What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell,
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
It's a regular afternoon at the Boers' home in Accra. They moved to Ghana from Florida in the US back in 2023.
Florida.
After visiting several times as tourists, they decided to relocate here and set up a business.
I like it. They decided to relocate and set up a business. But not just that. Let's just give it up for Accra because it's just beautiful. It's like naturally nice. People out there are naturally nice. So that is another bonus I'm pretty sure they're going to mention.
Keisha says the move wasn't a difficult choice.
Wow.
I am an African woman just because how do we identify who we are? You look at your skin, right? So I didn't need that to tell me that I'm African. Anywhere that I go in the world and someone looks at me, I'm melanated. But my ancestors who wanted to return and come back home, those ancestors who never made it back, their dying wish was to come back to their home and they never made it. That passport for me is for them.
That's huge.
But it wasn't
that's
just
big.
a tribute to the ancestors. She and her husband were getting more and more worried about their children's future back in the US, especially for their teenage son.
In America, being a black male with locks, who's very tall for his age, he is treated like a threat. In schools, he's treated, discipline is always the first step in dealing with my son. You're going to get a detention. You're going to get without exploration.
In 2019, Ghana launched the Year of the Return to attract black people from around the world. Recently, the largest group so far was granted citizenship, more than 500 people, many of them black Americans. Deja Gordon is one of them. She came from Brooklyn, New York, and she's now set up a Jamaican food truck.
I like
Okay,
it.
all right.
Okay, I like it.
So we have received a flood of videos came in about the recent citizenship of the 500 plus people. And there's a lot of think pieces on that. Our thought process on that is that we are happy that people are making a connection to go back to the homeland. You know, everybody have their own thoughts and opinions about, you know, the African Americans, people across the diaspora going back to different parts of Africa.
Correct.
And I think that it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I know some people think that, oh, they're just doing it for tourism reasons. Ghana is doing it for the tourism reasons. But they have to make a call out some kind of way, you know. But people are using it for their own benefits to make a connection.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only thing that should be spoken about.
And one thing that we always mention while people are moving abroad, make sure you shut up shop and create a business. And these ladies and their families are doing that, and we love to see that. And another huge flex is that she said that whenever the craziness and the chaoticness was happening, a lot of people wanted to go back home, and they never, ever got that opportunity. They knew for sure once you landed here, you was never turning around. So for her to take the passport and use her mindset like that, that just it just pulls at you differently, because I don't think too many people think about it in that area.
Right.
Your people didn't get to make it back, but you can do something that they wish they could have done. We are their wildest dreams.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I always think back on our ancestors who were taken from their homelands. And I always just think of their thought process being scared. Like, I remember I went through a situation when I was younger where the first thing I thought about was my parents. I thought about my baby dolls. And I'm like, oh, I got to get back, you know? So that's why when we were talking about visiting, y'all know what we're going to visit first. But when we were talking about going visit there, we were looking at it from a lens of we are the first people in our lineage to go back.
Correct.
And that's powerful. And that's why we can't skip it. We can't just, oh, we're just going to book this flight and go just because the people is pressuring us. No, everything has to happen how we are picturing it to happen.
Right. Everybody goal is different.
Exactly.
It just feels good to be to have a connection to an African country as an African American, as a Black American, right? Because back in America, we don't have anything to trace our roots to but Africa. And to have that connection here, I feel like, again, I've done something right.
The government describes the program as an investment opportunity, but for many, it's more than just money.
That connection, that forever relieves that person, you know, who have been struggling over years to know, where do I come from? Why am I of this color? Where could my great-great-grandparents have come from? That kind of, you know, spiritual healing and connection can be more uplifting than business.
That's the
I mean, you got to think about that. That connection is a real big healing. You can sympathize to a child not knowing who his daddy is. That absence creates something in his world where he's not going to be fully who he could be had his daddy been there.
Right.
So imagine somebody that's trying to figure out who they is. They're going down the ancestry tree. They're trying to connect the dots, and they start to realize what great people they had in their lineage. Yo, that does create something in you. That it awakens something in you, actually.
It does. And y'all know we have been researching our genealogy and just uncovering a lot of different things. I do want to say that I don't want to just overstep what has been created here.
1,000%. Oh yeah.
Here.
Oh
because
yeah.
y'all know we come from Louisiana.
1,000%.
So our lineage had things in place before the Louisiana Purchase. So we have come across a lot of people in our lineage who didn't even feel American because they always felt they came from Louisiana. You know, they knew they came from somewhere else, but they had built a whole system, a whole culture already in Louisiana.
Standing on it, yeah.
And I feel like I can't, without having things in front of me, I can't really even go into detail on those different cultures. But I know that if you are on social media, about sometime last year, there was this big controversy about Louisiana Creoles. And what is a Louisiana Creole? Who is a Louisiana Creole? And I think if y'all go back to that, I don't even know a person who would explain it. I can't even think on top of my head a person who could explain it well. But that's why I said we can't just overstep it. Because people like us, like where we come from, there was so much that was created. So we can't automatically say, oh, we don't know where we come from, because the people who was taken from Africa created systems, not just in Louisiana, but along the Gullah Geechee Islands, up north, all over. So we do have, our people did a lot in America.
In America, correct.
So we can't just say, oh, they did nothing. We're not rooted nowhere. But there are a lot of us, although our people did so much in America, we do still have a love for Africa. And I felt like I went all over. Y'all know my mind be in so many different tabs open.
Nah, you're good. Because you really talking about you can't overstep what we done here at all. Though our connection has a source.
Right,
we all love our source.
Yeah, we do.
But during the process, we have built so much.
Right,
and you can never overstep that. You can never underline that. You can't look at it and be like, it's just something we don't need to really worry about. Let's just get straight to it.
Right.
Now, we really got to show everybody else the resources and how we build and how we create it and all the things our names are connected to here.
Creative
that is
languages,
amazing. It's a real big
cultures,
thing.
A lot, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you're talking right.
We made a lot of contributions. So don't say we ain't make no contributions.
You're talking right, though. Hold up now. Yeah.
Noah's family have tapped into. Keisha's dad was a proud Pan-Africanist, but he never made it to the continent. Resettling in Ghana has not only been an investment in her family's future, but also the final fulfillment in her dad's lifelong dream.
That's huge. Dang, that was too short. That was too short. That was dope. Make sure you guys go check that channel out, man. The family's from Florida. We love our people from Florida. Yeah, but and I think she said the lady was from Bronx, the one who had the food truck. Yeah, shout out to y'all as well, man. But this was dope. I think the resource and this information that's being provided in this video does it hits it on the bullseye.
Yeah, we always love hearing of our people who do go back home from across the diaspora, not just African Americans. So if you want to share some more videos with us for us to check out, be sure to submit it to our reaction
box.
Yeah, in the description box. Our reaction link in the description box.
Facts.
And we hope you guys tune in for when we finally make it to the continent as well to visit.
I did want to say something though, because when you was talking about overstepping and making sure, it's like, if you was listening to what C was saying, we actually got something cooking. You know what I'm saying? And I could get the aroma of our journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's been a journey.
Not just that, the journey to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our whiteboard set up, and we got so many things that's checked off that we are prepared to do, y'all. Y'all just have no idea. I know it's overdue, but trust me, that's just like some things that investments got to be made where you got to make sure it's being brought back to you and the whole full circle. Everything just got to work out in our favor as well, too. So,
and we don't want it to just seem like we go in here so y'all can watch us on the vlog. No.
Yeah.
We come and do some things, okay? All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.